What is up? Welcome back to another video. I know it has been a while since I have last posted, but don't worry, I'm going to update all of you guys what I've been up to for the past couple of months. I'm going to do a quick update and then we'll recap some trades and then probably end it off with a Q&A. There was three main things that I've been sort of focusing on behind the scenes, which is why I haven't really been as active on social media and especially on YouTube. Really putting a lot of work and effort and just focus and mental energy into is my studies, and then health and fitness, and as well as that, just trading. Like it was pretty hard for me to just get back into that uni mindset, especially after 3 months of just not being like as pressured with like schoolwork, lectures, deadlines, exams. Like if you're a student, you know what I mean. Yeah, but back to uni, super busy. In terms of like workload, it's a lot. It takes a lot of like mental energy to really just focus on it. So I had to get that down. That took me quite longer than I expected. I thought I'd like get back into the mindset within like a week, but it took me about 3 weeks to just get back into the rhythm. After that, I really started to just push myself to go to the gym, because I really wanted to just get back into it. I did kind of like slack off a little bit during, as I was trying to get back into studies. But then once studies was done, then next was obviously the gym, and then managed to hit that as well. Then I went back into trading around the end of October, start of November. So guys, that is why I've sort of just been a little bit more focused on my personal life instead of really making these videos, but it's something I really do want to get into, something that I really want to add onto my plate bit by bit, especially as we are going to start the new year, 2019. It's actually one of my goals is to actually be a bit more active, especially making videos, because it's something that I love to do creatively. Guys, I just wanted to go over a couple of trades that I took this month. Starting off with USD CAD for a short position, and we are currently on the daily time frame, and you can see a clear impulse correction. We're looking for short setups to take it to the downside. So guys, here we are on the hourly time frame. We can see this larger ascending channel. We're looking at this 1, 2, third touch for a potential sell, and that is exactly what we got in this intersection. At this point, I was sort of looking at this as an ascending within the ascending. I was looking for some sort of rejection at this top of the structure, this part of the structure, and that's exactly where I got in with a 35 pip stop. And then as price continued to move down, I saw this as a scaling opportunity. And I took that scale in as a reduced risk entry for 25 pip stop. Now, I wanted to include this trade specifically because I wanted to break down the barriers of the misconception that trading on a Friday is bad and considers gambling. And I get a lot of questions if I trade with the news or if I look at fundamentals, and the answer is I don't really care about the news, nor do I ever look at the news, and I don't care about fundamentals either. I don't look at any of that stuff. If the market presents us with an opportunity, then I will take that opportunity. So this was on a Friday with NFP coming out. The key thing that we're always taught in Falcon is that the news just creates volatility, but not direction. What creates the direction is the market structure, and we saw it on the daily. We had the impulse correction, and we're just waiting for that next impulse to move to the downside. And just before market close, that's when I got taken out. So lovely trade, kept it simple. Just super key to plan your trade and trade your plan. Now guys, I want to show you two losses that I took in EuroCAD short. It was a similar setup to dollar CAD, and the first one looks very similar with the impulse correction. I actually didn't get in at the top, so I was looking for an opportunity for the continuation, and I set an order as a reduced risk entry just below the structure. I've been a bit too tight with a 35 pip stop, and I literally got tagged in by this candle and then tagged out within 2 hours later before the trade drops to make a potential 3%. So big lesson learned there, and honestly, I'm fine with it. Like I took dollar CAD and I was just looking for any opportunity to get into the next trade. lessons learned are that, you know, it's not always about having the tight stop. If I just take this back to around here, so I was seeing this as quite corrective. I understood that it could still creep up higher and then drop to the downside. However, I knew that I didn't have to touch this outer structure and that it could still drop. So I was sort of taking this and looking at this as a potential inflection point, or in this area. But if we keep going, you'll notice that we got this massive doji, and I wanted to see what would happen next. And so I thought maybe it could be responding, that the market could be responding to this double top region. So I wanted to know what the market did next, and it almost gave a evening star formation. I just thought it was important to be decisive, so I took the trade with a 50 pip stop. Price came down a little bit, it was more corrective, and at this point I was starting to see that maybe the trade would actually end up going higher, as it started to look more like an ascending channel. So in terms of management, I actually took a 0.5% loss, and I set my stop loss to about 0.5%. After a while it was just correcting before eventually taking me out. And the whole point in Falcon, we have this management, this 0.5%, is that if it takes you for 0.5%, then it's more likely to take you out. So I'm happy with how I managed that. Well, this was a risk entry, is that you're calling it to reverse at this point. So this was sort of in no man's land. I mean, if this structure was up here, just like this was also the evening star formation, then this could be the one to drop. But understanding what is possible and what is probable, and just being decisive to take the trade. And management, I would say, pretty happy with that. Able to move it to 0.5%. So yeah, overall good trade. What is up, guys? So I thought I would get into a Q&A section for this vlog, and I'm going to answer some of the questions that you guys sent me on Instagram. And yeah, let's get started. When you started trading, what were your biggest setbacks? I'd have to say, when I first started trading, my biggest setback was definitely my mindset. I'm gonna be honest, I had that get rich quick mentality, and I really just didn't know anything about the markets. And you know, starting out, I fell for the idea that you can just copy some signals and you'll get money, and that trading is like this easy thing. And having to sort of unlearn all those bad habits, that kind of mentality, that was definitely something that I had to go through. Do you trade every day? Which pair do you like to trade? I don't really like set like some sort of deadline to trade. Like if there's an opportunity, if the market presents us with an opportunity, then I will take that opportunity. In terms of favorite pair, probably euro dollar. I find it to be the most reliable, and I've backtested that pair more than the other pairs. So do you still trade on a demo account? No, I don't. I was actually on demo for not that long. I don't really recommend like staying on demo for a long time. The best way to learn is actually to just go for it, feeling that emotion of trading with your own money, because it's completely different, like trading demo and a real account. Only demo to just get used to like the market itself, the way the market moves, the different pairs, getting used to the interface, maybe the strategy, but then don't stay there for months. Like I know people message me saying, oh, I've been on demo for almost a year, like do you think I'm ready? And I just think like, yes, you are ready. Like you're actually falling behind if you're just staying on demo and living on demo account. So no, I don't trade on demo account. I've been trading live since the start of the year. What is a hurdle, if any, you currently face in trading, and how will you approach it? That is a really good question. So currently, I would say just generally management. I think that is the hardest part for me when taking a trade. I think entry and execution is, I think that's the easiest part for me personally. Like, I think management and exit is definitely something that I gotta work on. As well as that, it's just a lot of mindset. One of my trading goals or mindset goals for next year, definitely, I'm actually starting it now, is that I'm trying to just see the positive in everything. So trying to get rid of that negative self-belief, negative self-talk, and just being more aware of the language that I speak to myself or that I sort of mutter under my breath. and just seeing the possibility and everything. I'd say sometimes I get a bit negative, like I think of what could go wrong instead of what could go right. So just being aware of that and trying my best to switch that around. How do you manage your exits? So I just take the message from the market and I trail my stops accordingly. For example, retracement candles, any sort of corrective behavior that might indicate a reversal. It's something I'm still definitely working on though. How long do you hold trades? So I don't actually have a time. Like when people ask me, do I day trade, do I swing trade? Like I don't think of it in that way because I don't want to cap the potential of the trade. Do you use indicators? Nope. What is your long-term goals in Forex journey? So my long-term goals in terms of Forex is definitely to trade full-time, to get that like freedom. That's the ultimate goal, freedom. How long have you been trading? So I've been trading live for 12 months, almost 12 months. And I've been with Falcon since March, so almost about 10 months. Are you Filipino? Because you look like one. Yes, I'm Filipino. I was born in the Philippines, then moved to London when I was 3 years old. How long did it take for you to roughly understand the Falcon method? Actually, like the technicals itself is actually pretty easy to understand. Like you'll get it really quickly. It took me about a few weeks, couple of weeks, but then it's more about the internal side. So the mindset, your daily habits, being able to just commit to like forecasting, and just showing up to the charts. What books did you read to help you with Forex? Guys, number one book that I would recommend, it's to do with trading psychology. It's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Link in the description. What are your goals and targets for 2019, non-trading related as well? I want to graduate, and believe it or not, I don't actually set any like percentage goals or outcome goals for trading. I used to, but then you're literally just capping your potential. Like if you set yourself to achieve 10% a month as a goal or 20%, then you're just capping it to 10%, 20%. But if you focus on process, focused goals or habits, like waking up earlier, making sure you do daily forecasting every single day, those kind of goals, then the profits, the percentages, the pips, whatever you call it, becomes a byproduct. And I think that's just super key, and people don't really see that perspective, and they're so focused on daily targets, weekly targets, monthly targets. If you just focus on putting the work in, your mindset, the consistency, the commitment, the discipline, then the profits are just going to be a byproduct. What is the biggest lesson you have learned while investing / trading? Guys, that is such a good question. I think that one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year is how it's all with your mindset. If you can change your thoughts, then you change your actions, then you can change your life, you change your habits. I think it just all starts with your thoughts, right? The key thing is that the consistency we seek is within our minds. And I think that is the hardest part of trading, and something that I am consistently trying to work on. Do I still use signals? Hell to the no, guys. I'm absolutely against signals. One of my biggest mistakes ever. Like, if you guys haven't seen the video already, go check it out. I'm literally there exposing myself of the first 2 months of trading, where I just had poor mindset, built up bad habits, used signals, pretty much blew my account. If you're a new trader, go check it out. The reason I made that video is actually to provide insight as to, the reality. Everything just before reaching consistency, how I actually started out. That's really what I just wanted to show with this channel. And that was also the point of the video. And also, guys, I just wanted to say a big thank you for all the support recently. That video has actually got a lot of recent attention, and I'm getting a lot of messages, a lot of DMs, a lot of people joining Falcon through my YouTube videos, and it's just crazy. It's a weird feeling, and super grateful, super humbling. Big love to you guys for the continuous support. 'Cause baby, there's something